I love you.
Don't be creepy.
Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello may have had a whirlwind romance, but they've proved that their love was built to last. It'll soon be 7 years since the couple first met, and they still seem so madly in love.
You were engaged last time you were here, now you're married.
Now I'm married, happily married.
Happily married.
From their sweet proposal story to the hilarious moment when Joe was caught checking out Sofia during their first meeting, today we have it all. He smelled me and he couldn't help himself, Vergara quipped on Good Morning America shortly after they started dating. That's all you need if you want Joe. Indeed, Manganiello told People not long before they started dating, "I'm big into smell. It's funny how I got cast as a werewolf. There's something about the smell on that part of a woman's neck where it meets the jaw. It's heaven." Meant to be, right? The pair's love story began in 2014.
Is it hard to keep it a secret?
Yes, because I'm the 6'5", 200 and whatever pound guy with a beard.
Yes.
So, there's that guy.
Yeah.
But her, she can kind of sneak around with a hat and sunglasses as long as she doesn't talk.
Joe first noticed Sofia at the White House Correspondents' Dinner while the actor was still with her ex-fiancé, Nick Loeb. While he didn't make a move and was respectful of her relationship status, Joe did admit, and was caught, checking out Sofia at the Bloomberg and Vanity Fair cocktail after-party that night.
And when I confronted him, he's like, yeah, what am I gonna say? He's like, I did it.
Yeah, I got totally busted, he told E! News back in 2014. A couple of weeks after their encounter, Sofia confirmed that she had split with Nick, citing their multiple ongoing problems. Joe heard the news and didn't waste any time. In fact, he was traveling for work when he found out Vergara was single. So he got her number from her co-star Jesse Tyler Ferguson and flew out to New Orleans to take her on their first date. June 15th, 2014 is a date they celebrate every year. The two went out for their first time in secrecy, and Sofia was a bit hesitant since she and her ex had just split. She tried to convince both of them that it wouldn't work out, with little success, obviously. Like, "You're too young, you're an actor, you're this, you're that." And she was just doing it to hear herself say it. She was trying to talk herself out of going there, Manganiello recalled.
But of course, it never occurred to me that I was going to be able to go out with him or anything, because he was like too handsome, younger than me. So I'm like, it didn't even pass into my head that we were going to end up married.
Meanwhile, Joe was already down for the count. "I knew right away," Joe assured Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show in 2018, asked when he knew Vergara was the right one. Understandably, Sofia was indeed being cautious. The actor admitted that she initially thought Joe was too good-looking to date. "Like, it's too much work, and I'm older. I'm 43 years old. I don't want to deal with the guy that every girl is after, you know?"
I didn't want it to go into that relationship with somebody that I thought it was gonna be too much work because it was like girls like throwing himself at him.
Right.
Throwing themselves at him.
But then I gave him a chance. I realized he's not like a typical handsome guy. He's not vain. He's very serious, very straightforward, very easy, she confessed to InStyle. For all his public attractiveness, Manganiello has been leading a pretty low-key private life, though he had just made the cover of People's Hottest Bachelors issue at the time. During an appearance on Jimmy Fallon, Joe showed the hilarious story that came out of it. He recalled that he was on his way to see Sofia in New Orleans, where she was filming a movie, and bought a People magazine where he was on the cover of the Bachelor issue. "I know you just got out of this long-term relationship, and if you need to be single, then I understand. Like, I'm not gonna like it, but I'll get over it. But before you answer, I want to show you something," he recalled telling Sofia.
And so I reached into my bag and I put down the magazine and I said, "Numero uno."
So Vergara started flipping through the magazine and told him she was checking to see who else is on the list. A shared sense of humor? Check. Like they can be even more adorable, Manganiello said that before he started dating Vergara, she was his celebrity crush, a tidbit included in his Hottest Bachelor profile. "She was laughing at me," he told Ryan Seacrest later. "She thought that I was crazy for having said that out loud or said it in the magazine, but I guess it worked." As the months went by, the two were smitten with one another and even started to celebrate the holidays together. Sofia, a mother to then 23-year-old son, brought Joe to her family's Thanksgiving celebrations in 2014. "Giving thanks for a beautiful year and my loved ones. "Happy Thanksgiving," she captioned a family pic. Once the couple knew they were going somewhere, they didn't waste any time. They moved in together that November and he proposed on Christmas Eve. Joe had a whole proposal planned on the beach during a trip to Hawaii over the holidays. But when paparazzi nearly spoiled the engagement, he switched up the plans last minute. The actor proposed in the couple's suite and in Spanish. "I proposed to her on one knee in Spanish with the sun going down. It was awesome." Oh, how romantic. "My heart was melting and I simply said, 'But of course,'" Sofia added. He continued, "Our friends really know who we are. And it's not necessarily that person that you see walking down the street or yelling at the paparazzi, 'F off, I'm trying to get engaged here.'" A year after moving in together, the couple made it official by walking down the aisle. The gorgeous pair officially became husband and wife on November 22nd, 2015.
No, actually it's like 400.
Cue a full-on destination wedding weekend for family and friends in Palm Beach, which included a rehearsal dinner the night before the I-dos and passing out the #JoFia t-shirts for the wedding party. The philanthropic couple asked that guests donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital and Children's Hospital Pittsburgh instead of sending gifts, which couldn't help but add an extra special touch to the festivities. It was back to real life upon their return from their honeymoon, but the fun continued. In fact, it was a must. Speaking with Men's Health, Joe revealed just how important humor is in their marriage. "My life is great because I really like my wife. I like talking to her. I like goofing around with her. We f***ing laugh all day long every day," he expressed. "My favorite thing in the world is making my wife laugh so much she cries. It's the best." Sofia also echoed her hubby's thoughts, telling Holda USA that a big reason why their relationship works is their shared sense of humor. "We even talk to each other all the time in this little voice that we made up, like a couple of dorks. Whoever heard us would say, 'What's their problem?'" Another key to their marriage is enjoying each other through and through. Opening up in an interview, the actor confessed that there's nobody he'd rather spend time with. People say things like, "Marriage and relationships are work," but it's not. Life is hard. Having somebody to help you deal with it is the greatest thing that ever happened. "It is so easy in all the ways that you want it to be easy, and challenging in all the most fun ways possible," he added. Joe never pictured himself dating a celebrity, but after he married Sofia, they became an instant A-list couple. And they've managed to make the attention work to their advantage, saying that all the pressure only brought them closer. In 2018, they even made a movie together, the sports meets redemption drama Bottom of the Ninth. Joe gushed to ET about how easy it was to work with his partner. "I cast my wife, so we get to act together for the first time. She just had to sleep with the producer," Joe joked.
Most of the time when I'm at work, I'm like looking at my watch, like waiting to go home.
Right.
And now, well, with her there, I don't want to go home. I just want to stay there. We want to keep doing it, and it's. I just think that we have, we have a nice chemistry together on screens.
For their first anniversary, he didn't just give her a card, he wrote her a whole book. It was about how we met, as well as our courting, and was about 40 pages long, he explained. "I love my wife a lot." A couple of years later, they were the old married couple in the Hulu commercials. Joe and Sofia are extremely supportive of each other. Unlike her hubby, Vergara doesn't do sports, but she readily accepts his obsession with all things Steelers. "He's like a sick person," she once quipped on The Tonight Show, and understands that his mood rises and falls with his hometown team's fortunes. Asked if she watched football with him, she said that she tries to stay away at those hard times. And when they're playing and she's out, Sofia checks on Instagram or Twitter to see what happens. "So I'm prepared to arrive to know what I'm arriving at, you know?" However, Vergara can hang at Comic-Con, and she accompanied fan favorite Manganiello there in 2018. They also shared this summer fun with one of their favorite double date night couples, Ferguson and Justin Makita, who were celebrating their 5th wedding anniversary at the time. America's Got Talent judge was also on hand to shower her man with support when he was honored with the Spirit of Sobriety Award at the Brent Shapiro Foundation for Drug Prevention's 13th annual Summer Spectacular event in September 2018. 16 years ago, I crashed and washed ashore on the banks of sobriety, the introspective actor told the audience at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. "When I was growing up, when I thought of an alcoholic, I thought of some toothless old guy in a trench coat in a basement somewhere. I just never thought that would apply to me. That type of stigma kept me from getting the help that I needed when I knew I needed it." And he appreciates to no end how much Vergara has been there for him. The biggest adjustment for the couple in marriage? Coming to grips with the idea that someone who is not related to you could possibly love you that much. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for choosing Rumor Juice. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for more celebrity stories. And we'll be right back. Be well and be kind.